Hello and welcome to Daily Red, your lunchtime catch-up on all things Liverpool FC and your daily reminder that the Reds are top of the league. It is the international break. There's nothing going on, but there might be something about to happen. There is more and more reports surfacing regarding Trent Alexander-Arnold and the possibility of him going to Real Madrid. And when I say possibility, I do mean probability. And by probability, I mean we're pretty certain this is going to happen. So David Ornstein saying Real Madrid working to close deal to sign Trent Alexander-Arnold on free. Real Madrid must inform Liverpool if or when it's done. Not happened yet. Spaniards have been monitoring 26-year-old right back for 2 years and doing everything in their power since January to convince them to join. Now, a couple of things to address with that. If anyone believes Real Madrid only started tapping up Trent in January, I have a lovely bridge that I'd like to sell you. It comes with exclusive fishing rights and camping site as well. So if you're an outdoorsman who believes that Trent Alexander-Arnold only started talking to Real in January, get in touch. I can sort out all your future holidays. There's other reports that, they're doing what Romano likes to do, which is to play the odds and go with the probability that he is going to sign for Real and say that it's already done. It doesn't look like it's already done, but I would say it is just about waiting for his signature and everything else is taken care of. I'm really surprised at how many people are surprised by this news today, because haven't we all known for a year that this was going to happen? Haven't we all known that Trent was going to go to Real? This isn't a surprise. This isn't out of the blue. This is what we expected to happen, was that he would up and leave and go to Real Madrid. And we've talked about it relentlessly. We've talked about how it will affect his legacy. How he joined Steve McManaman in being an academy lad, sneaking out the back door like some sort of stowaway to go to Madrid. How it's going to affect how people view him historically. And it is really a shame that he's chosen this path out of the club. Now, I've seen some suggestions that in his negotiations with Liverpool, he had a considerable list of demands, including the captaincy, which personally, I don't think he should ever have even been given the vice captaincy. I think the coddling of Trent that took place over the last few years has set us on this path. I think he's become a little bit too entitled and a little bit big for his boots. The attitude and effort level that we witnessed in the 2022 and 2023 season, 22-23 and 23-24 seasons, were a disgrace. His lack of commitment to the defensive side of the football was just shocking. And he wasn't doing enough on the ball to make up for it. Like, he was coddled, he was enabled, he was given this inverted role of, oh, Trent, you just go and stand in midfield and don't worry about defending. So he didn't. And this season, to his credit, we did see an uptick, a significant uptick in his defensive effort through the first half of the season. But that then disappeared in December time. And everybody remembers the performance at home to Manchester United, which was quite staggering in its laziness. This has been something that's been coming, and frankly, the sooner it's announced, I think the better for everybody. He's currently out injured, and we don't know if he's going to come back and play this season. When he got hurt, the reporting was there's hope that he might play again this season. That didn't fill me with, great confidence that he's going to come back and play 4, 5, 6 games. But if we have the title wrapped up before he comes back, I don't want to see him again. And it's not because I'm going to pile on with the abuse that he's going to get. And he is getting a lot of abuse. It will get worse as we get closer to his departure. It's just because I think the club needs to move on. The club needs to make a clean break. Liverpool Football Club has given Trent everything. Now, Trent has given the club 20 years of service. He's given us all incredible memories. He did become the best right back on the planet. And when you look season by season, his impact on the team is clear. Now, the first time I saw Trent was the summer of 2016. We were playing Roma in a friendly at Busch Stadium, which is the St. Louis Cardinals Stadium, as far as I'm aware. I'm almost certain it is. We played Roma. That's when Roma were also owned by FSG, and we used to play them like every second year in a friendly. They weren't owned by the John Henry side of FSG. It was some of his business partners. But I remember Trent came on at half-time for Nathaniel Klein. And I just remember this one moment. There was a ball played from either the Roma centre-back or the Roma right-back, like a big, long cross-field ball. And it was played over towards Trent. And the winger was coming towards him to press him as the ball was dropping out of the air. And he played this incredible cushioned lob pass just over that winger's head, right to a Liverpool player. And I don't remember anything else about that game, but I've always remembered that little pass because the technique involved was outrageous. And I remember wondering, who on earth is this kid? And he was 17 at the time. He didn't turn 18 until the October. But we would soon find out who he was, because that year he made 12 appearances for the senior team. Now, it was only, what are we looking at there? About 500 minutes? About 600 minutes of game time. But it became clear that this was a very, very talented young fella. This was someone that might just have a big future. And as we went into 17-18, it looked like Joe Gomez was set to be our right back, with Trent potentially taking the backup role. And for much of the season, that was the case, until Joe got injured. And when Joe got injured and Trent got his opportunity, it was game over for everybody else. So in his first full season with us, he plays 33 games. Plays about 2,650 minutes. 19 Premier League appearances, but 10 in the Champions League. He'd been playing Champions League games while Joe was playing league games. And Klein was still, in and around. I think that was the year Klein hurt his back. Or at least I think that was the party line. But it became clear that year that Trent was a very special talent. 3 goals, 2 assists. But if you remember the European Cup final in Kiev, Trent completely locks down Cristiano Ronaldo to the point where Cristiano swapped wings and went to play right wing because he was getting nothing out of him. Trent was outstanding that night. And from there, he just goes from strength to strength. In 18-19, he was absolutely ridiculous. 1 goal, 16 assists, as he plays 40 times, 3,400 minutes. And he establishes himself that year as the best right back in the league. It's his first full season, and by the end of it, there's no question this is the best right back in the league. The following year, the title-winning season, he plays 49 games in all competitions, scores 4 goals, has 15 assists, plays 4,000 minutes. And he was, again, outrageously good. Like, disgustingly good. 2021, obviously, is a bad year for the club as we lose all our centre-backs. We're forced to play midfielders at centre-back, weakening us at centre-back and in midfield. But Trent still plays 45 games, still plays over 3,800 minutes, 2 goals, 9 assists, and he still performs at a solid level. Now, he did get absolutely rinsed a couple of times, but that happens to all fullbacks. There's not a fullback who's ever played the game, including Maldini, who hasn't been rinsed once or twice. And if you look at the guys that have rinsed Trent, it's generally the great winners. Now, people will say, oh, well, Jeremy Doku. Doku's a great dribbler, though. Doku does that to everyone. But Doku's never created anything against Trent. 0 goals, 0 assists in his games against Trent. His XG created, or his XA as it is very, very low. So he's beating Trent, but Trent is getting back at him, and he's forcing him to dribble into places that Doku can't do anything with the ball. 21-22, 2 goals and 18 assists in 47 games. We go for all 4 cups, all 4 trophies. He plays 4,250 minutes, which is insane. He was incredible that year. Absolutely incredible that year. Now, 22-23, he was poor. He was really poor up until the last 10 games. Now, the numbers, 47 games, 4 goals, 10 assists, 3,800 minutes, they look like a normal Trent season. But it wasn't a normal Trent season. He wasn't as good on the ball, and he was horrendous off the ball. But the whole defence was bad that season. Virgil was, for his own standards, poor. Robertson was horrific. The midfield was catastrophic. Other than Mo, the forward line looked like raffle winners, which, kind of like this year. But in that last run of games at the end of the season, we saw Trent move into that inverted midfield type role, and things picked up. And so in 23-24, we saw a lot of the inverted thing. A lot of it. And some of it was good and some of it was bad. But all of the off-ball stuff was bad. And that year he played 37 games, scored 3, assisted 9. 3 assists in 59 minutes in the EFL Cup, a little bit of stat padding there. Just over 2,600 minutes. And now this season. This season, I think Trent started well, had a dip, came back and was playing quite well, though not as well as he was at the start of the year. And now he's injured. And he's injured, I think, for the second time this season. He's got 39 appearances, 3 goals, 7 assists, and about 2,900 minutes. All things considered, you're looking at 349 games, 22 goals, 87 assists. He is a production machine from right back. But it is notable that he had injuries last season and he's having injuries this season. Given the heavy workload that he had for a number of years. But it's overlooked that Trent has actually had quite a few injuries over his career. Like in 18-19, he missed 12 games through 3 different injuries. He had a foot problem, a knee problem, and a back problem. 1920, he only missed 2 games. They were through illness. 2021, he missed 8 games through a calf injury. 21-22, he missed 17 games.
Reds, it's Jack here, and that was a clip from one of Anfield Index's audio podcasts. If you have enjoyed the video, make sure you do like, share and subscribe to keep up to date on all things LFC. We record around 100 audio podcasts every month, with our shows featuring match-going fans, top journalists, professional analysts and even Liverpool legends along the way, with the great Dane himself, Jan Molby, joining us every single week. If you want to listen to all our podcasts for free, head over to anfieldindex.com/podcasts. Our audio shows are available wherever you get your podcasts. Just search Anfield Index. Or if you prefer to listen to all our podcasts in full and without any ads, why not head over to AI Pro today to check it out now at anfieldindexpro.com. If you want to get involved in the great growing community of Liverpool fans, check out the Anfield Index Discord. The link is in the description. Do get involved with that from Reds around every corner of the globe. For now, Reds, hope you enjoyed this video.